and we keep pushing. Keep on talking, we like
These
it.
people keep talking about me, but I don't care what they say. These people keep talking about me, but I don't care what they say. They talking about, they hating on me, they want to see me fall. These people keep talking about me, but I don't care what they say.
Okay, Paso Mufaso, welcome to Life's a Movie. I am your not so humble host, Walt Diddy, and I got a great show for you. Maybe a little controversial, depending on how deep I get. Hopefully it stays on YouTube. If not, it will be on the Patreon. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you very much for stopping in. Shout out, as always, to DBS, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. I watch your highlights, add commentary. Add commentary, and you're on to something, my friend. Shout out to Big Pontiac. Appreciate you for stopping by, my friend. As I mentioned, I have a great show for you, and you may be wondering, what you talking about, Walt Diddy? I'm going to give you 6 reasons. That's right, 6 reasons why blacks, 30% or more, may go for Donnie J here in 2024. I know that scares some of you scared to death Negroes. Don't worry about it. I'm going to help massage some of your anxieties. But before we get to anything, we always start with a little bit of news that you may or may not be familiar with. So once again, if you're wondering, what you talking about, Walt Diddy? Right now, we're talking about said news. Check this one out, ladies and gentlemen. And how does it grab you and put it on and try it on and see how it fits? From The Root, which is a Negro publication, here are more boogie men and women, all inclusive, of Black History. Fancy that. Black History Month is every month, but we celebrated it in February. Check this out. We're going to go through a little bit of this just to stall time. There it is. The KK Klan, which is a Democrat operative. Anyway, not going to go too far in that. Don't want to ruffle too many liberal feathers. I know what you're saying. Walt Diddy, how you dare you not vote Democrat? So you only give me 2 choices. If you don't want me to, if you want me to start voting Democrat, pay me for 1. 2, I need another choice. Sorry. That said, let's get into the list that they came up with just to kill the time. Number 1, the number 1 boogeyman of Black history is Robert E. Lee. He was a Confederate general, and I am sure he's not been alive for centuries, but yet and still it keeps Negroes, blacks, African Americans, whatever you want to be called, up at night. Like Scooby-Doo. Number 1 on the list is Robert E. Lee. Now, if Robert E. Lee is still a boogeyman to you, shame on you for 1, for believing in ghosts, and number 2, what the hell you want me to do? Speaking of Robert E. Lee, my grandfather's name was Robert Lee. It was. Moving right along, and he served in World War II honorably, yes, in Africa and in India. He brought back some India. I'm sure I got some cousins over there. That is another video. But as you can see, from Richmond, Virginia. In September, the statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee is removed. Yeah. Do you feel better? Sir, ma'am, did that make you feel better? Ma'am, have a seat. Did he put any money in your pocket? I think not. Moving right along with the next boogeyman. The next our first boogie woman, Mrs. J.E. Andrews. Do you know Mrs. J.E. Andrews? I don't either. All I know is the old damn lady down the street. I don't know these things, but it seems to this Negro publication I should be afraid. Boogie woman. Let's see who said boogie woman is. Excuse me. This boogie woman had a for coloreds only water fountain. Drinking fountain with sign, colored. Maybe we should go back to being colored. That's another video. I'm not going to make it right now. Drinking fountain with sign, colored, nailed to a tree near County Courthouse in Halifax, North Carolina. Wow, I am in North Carolina right now. Shout out to the Tar Heels. press charges. My high school have been to more state championships and lost than most people ever going to go. We've been like 10, 11 times. We've got about 6 of them. That's it. In Halifax, North Carolina, USA, John Vacan, U.S. Farm Security Administration. That's back in 1938. Can't make this up. Can't make this up, but I need all of you blacks to be scared. Moving right along with some propaganda to keep you voting for the very KK Klan that was made by the Democrat Party. We used to be Republican. That is another video. Next up, Roy Bryant and J.W. Mellon. Wow, look at her. That J.W. looked like he might have been a Negro. That is another video. The next boogie men on our list is Roy Bryant and J.W. Mellon. Let's see what these deceased vanilla delegation has you so scared of right now. Chocolate delegation. There to go right there. I'd say that's Roy on the other side. He did not know Hair Club for Men. J.W. Mellon. Let me put this in my country boy voice since I'm in North Carolina right now. J.W. McMillan left, and his half-brother Roy Bryant. Right. We're acquitted today in an Emmett Till. Oh, God. I should have known it was this. Something to do with Emmett Till. They're from North Carolina, but hell, they drove all the way to Mississippi to commit crime. Here we go. Here is some more Becky's and Karens that you should be scared of. How about Carolyn Bryan Dunham? I'm thinking Bryant may be her maiden name. Guess what? She had a husband, but don't be afraid of him. There go Becky and Alice. That does not look like a Karen. That is Becky and Alice. Let's see what we... Oh, excuse me. Let's see why we should be afraid of these deceased vanilla people. Carolyn Bryant and Juanita. Any white woman named Juanita, she traced her heritage. It either came from A, Julio, south of the border, or James, who was a Negro. Carolyn Bryant and Juanita McMillan, 1927 to 2014. There's some old chicks. The wives, oh God, the wives of the other vanilla delegation that you should be scared of, Negro. Next up is Senator Storm Thurmond. Let's get that right. From the Palmetto State of South Carolina. Now, I was born and alive very well when he was still a senator. Senator Strom Thurmond, who knew his way around you chocolate sisters. Let's get that into the damn books right now. Call him racist, call him what you want to. He knew the value of chocolate kitty cat. And guess what? Impregnated a lot of you. But we should be afraid of him because he was a segregationist. And guess what? A mentor to Joe Biden. Did you know that? Absolutely. Did you know Strom Thurmond was a mentor to Joe Biden, the man that got 80 million people to go pull the lever? Air quotes. Moving right along in these boogeymen. I know what you're saying. Well, where are the black people? Ain't no black people on this list? Wait for it. Wait for it. Next up is Eugene Bull Connor. Guess what? Eugene Bull Connor is no longer alive. No longer alive. If Eugene Bull Connor do something to you, oh my God, you need to go admit yourself to the nearest insanity house. Let's see what said Vanilla Man did. We going too far. Said Vanilla Man Bull Connor from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That was in the north, right? Wow. Guest speaker, Senator Strom Thurmond from South Carolina, sits directly at, anyway, Baker pie, eat it pie. Be scared of Bull. Hell, Connor, I can't even think his name anymore. Eugene Bull Connor. I guess he didn't take no bull shit. I don't know these things. But there is Bull Connor that's wearing an old man's hat. How do I know? Old men at my church was wearing those hats back in the 80s and wore them proudly. A little more about Eugene Bull Connor might not be a household name in modern era, but He certainly earned a spot on our list of boogeyman. Connor was a adornment segregationist who served as commissioner of the public safety in Birmingham, Alabama, during the civil rights era. Civil rights that you Negroes got sprayed with water hoses, but guess what? Hector, Guadalupe, and I don't mean our Mexican brothers and sisters, I mean the ones from El Salvador, seem to be benefiting today. Think about that. Next on our list is the Gipper, Ronald Reagan. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. You remember him? Remember Ronald Reagan that told Mikhail Gorbachev and the USSR when they were still together, trust but verify. Good advice. But in 1980, he became the boogeyman. Run and hide. Black people, run. Here comes Ronald Reagan. Let's see why we should hate Ronald Reagan. We can't have a list of folks whose actions have haunted Black Americans without a shout out to former President Ronnie Reagan, the Gipper. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. It's easy to start with the overt racism, i.e., that time Reagan called a UN delegation from Africa monkeys. Now, I'm going to look that up. I don't recall him referring to them as monkeys, but bake a pie, eat a pie. Most of y'all refer to me as nigga. Moving right along. Next up is Donald Trump. Oh, you couldn't have a list without Donnie J on it, right? Look at him chilling. Back with I don't know what wife that was, but he always like a blonde, as thin, and knew how to. Shout out to you, Donnie J. Donnie J, they loved you. They loved Donnie J back in the 80s, rapping about him. But yep, here it is in April 19th. In the 80s, Donald Trump and Marla Maples attend the Evander Holyfield versus George Foreman fight at his casino, who he's paying both Negroes. Keep that in mind. Boxing match at Trump Plaza. That's awfully racist right there to have two Negroes fighting at your place. Anyway, although it may seem like Donald Trump made a 360 when he started running for president, that couldn't be further from the truth. In 1973, the Justice Department sued Donald Trump management after his father for illegally discriminating against black renters. I know more black people who discriminate against black people. You know why? Scratching, shucking, and jiving. Good times. Easy credit rip-off. Good time. Anyway, let's move right along and see can we get some damn David Duke. Now, David Duke has made no bones about it. He don't care. He ain't going fishing with you colors. It is what it is. He ain't going fishing with you that don't eat dairy and beef at the same time to keep it kosher. He don't dig you. It is what it is. He don't like us. I'll give you that. I'll give you one. But David Duke is doing nothing. Not even Duke. Here is the first darky on the list, Clarence Thomas. The same Clarence Thomas who tried to date a black woman, Anita Hill. That wasn't good enough for you. You dogged him. Look how Clarence is looking like. Fuck y'all. Clarence is looking like, I don't give a damn what you say about me. Get me off this bench. The day he die. The day he die. Let's see why we black people should be scared of this black man, Clarence Thomas. October 7th. United States Supreme Court Associate Justice Clarence Thomas poses for an official portrait at the East Conference Room of the Supreme Court building on October 7th, 2022 in Washington, D.C. Shout out to you, Clarence. Let's see why we should be afraid of Clarence. And here we go. We don't even have to get into the modern era to explain this choice in 1991. Anita Hill. He's a boogeyman, Anita Hill, that he allegedly harassed. Allegedly, I don't know these things. You know, years later, I know Anita. because how do I know? There was a movie called Aaron Brockovich. Have anybody seen Aaron Brockovich? Oh, they know how to get to the top. Who you think invented the casting couch? She did. Moving right along before I get myself into trouble. Donald Trump Part 2. Hot damn. I be damn gag me with a spoon. Gag me with a damn spoon. Donnie J makes said list twice of boogeymen that we should be afraid of. Black people. Go run, hide, get under your bed, never come out. Why? The boogeyman Donnie J is back. On the list twice. On the list twice. Say that ain't something. Say it ain't something. We're not reading that. Next up is Paula Deen. I didn't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. You want a little butter? Put some butter in it. Paula Deen is a boogie woman that we should be afraid of in Black America because she puts too much butter into the sweet potato pie that we love so much in our community. God damn, don't we? From Los Angeles. Remember the time that the Food Network dropped Southern chef Paula Deen after she was sued for racial discrimination after admitting to saying nigger in a deposition? I'm gonna tell you what, you piss off the best white person, hell, they probably gonna go. You pissed. Listen, you make the best black person happy, and they be like, "Hey, nigga, whatever." That is another video. That is another video. Maybe I'm taking it too far with that. I don't care. Next up, our first negress is on the list. You know her from Clueless, ladies and gentlemen. That is Stacey Dash. You should be absolutely afraid of Stacey Dash because she may be in the next Clueless, making a cameo, and she's a distant cousin of Dame Dash from Rockefeller Records fame. She makes the Boogie Woman list, and let's see what the hell Stacey did. Probably supported Donnie J. Although Stacey Dash has renounced her support for Donald Trump, I've never heard that. Some of her comments, while at Fox News, have earned a spot on the list. Dash defended Donald Trump comments about the Charlottesville. Hell, I'm gonna damn defend it. Look at that damn Charlottesville shit. There probably was some damn good people there. Just didn't make camera. They just didn't get on camera. Next up, another negress is on the list. Candace Owens. Both of these young ladies I would put the naughty on. That is another video. I best not make it here. But Candace Owens has to be on the list. She believes in life. She believes in, hey, stand by your man. Even though he might be a white dude, I understand. That's got to be against the law. Says, obviously, we can't have Stacey Dash on the list without Candace Owens. Has spent years putting down Black Americans, demonizing Black culture, calling Black Lives Matter terrorists. I agree. And saying that Black people who care about systematic racism are stuck in the past and pretending. Hell, we got to define it. You got to give it a definition. Or it's just systematic. It's systematic. Well, goddamn it, how does system work? An algorithm is systematic, but if you understand computer science, they can say, okay, this is what you did right here. Help me out with that, guys. Help me out. Please, please, please. I'm not going to say it. Don't. Richard Spencer. Who the hell is this? Who is said Vanilla Man here? I do not know, but hell, I'm sure they're going to tell me about him. See, look, Richard like, what the hell I'm doing on the list? On the damn list. That's the way he's looking like, shit, look at him. What the hell I'm doing on this list? Shit. Can I not be a white man no more? What the hell's going on here? Help me, Lord. From Gainesville, Florida, once again, Charlottesville. Ladies and gentlemen, it being 1/24/24, I don't even remember exactly what happened in Charlottesville. I don't give a damn. I don't live in Charlottesville. You don't care. Shut your mouth. You live in Chicago. You don't give a damn what's going on in Memphis. How much do you care about what's going on in Chicago, Compton, West Charlotte? ATL shouting. Shut your mouth. Shut your damn mouth. About a damn statue. Tucker Carlson, time and time again, he's talking about how us blacks should go back to Africa. From Hollywood, Florida. Man, Florida's a great place. Shout out to Port St. Lucie. I used to live there. Tucker Carlson may have lost primetime spot on Fox News, but that doesn't mean he's off the radar. Carlson has a bunch of reasons to be on this list, but his promotion of racist and dangerous great replacement theory. That's not a goddamn theory. The great replacement is for all of us. Xinjiang, ni hao. They're replacing you Negroes with new Negroes. Look who come across that border. Hello, my brother. They straight from the motherland. Shout out to the motherland, but goddamn, you just can't come take my spot like that. You're not going to let me come take your spot. So, yeah, the great replacement theory is for all us Americans. Since he's, oh, God, not even going to go there. Not going to go there. And the last one is Mr. Fuentes. Now, if he's on the list for anything, so still sleeping in his damn mom's bedroom. Look at that. That is his bedroom. Should I say more? Sir, if you're wondering what you talking about, Walt Diddy, I just gave you the boogeymen and women, because it's an inclusive list, that you, black, African-American, FBA, ADOS, should be afraid of. Thank me later. Thank me later. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the show. Here comes the show. Shout out. Big Pony ass said, that chick, did she really? Disgrats. Absolutely. Joe Biden's a disgrat. It is a known fact to anybody that can damn read. We used to be Republican and listen, had position. That is a known. Big Pony says, I remember the morning he won. I remember a lady who worked in my college cafeteria said, Reagan gonna send us all back to Africa. They don't want us. They don't want us. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is what the show is all about, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're wondering, what you talking about, Diddy? I'm about to give you 6. That's right, 6 reasons blacks may pull that lever for Donnie Trey at about 30%. 30% of the chocolate vote. And reason number one is the black woman. The black woman. Let's hear from her.
You got 73% of the people homeless in your city are black people. What have you done for them? What are you doing for the thousands of black children who are not in school? Nothing.
We have citizens in this city.
This is from the Negro delegation. Let's listen one more time. Place, Chicago. Sweet home, Chicago. These are angry left voters, Democrat voters. Listen to what they say. Reason number one. Reason number one is the black woman. Why? 30% or more may pull the lever for Donnie J in 2024. Make a video about this. Hate me later. It does not matter.
This is wrong. You got 73% of the people homeless in your city are black people. What have you done for them? What are you doing for the thousands of black children who are not in school? Nothing.
We have citizens in this city that have been on the waiting list for affordable housing for years, and migrants have been bumped in front of them.
It's an attack on the black community by the Democratic Party.
As black people who have been hurt continuously by the city and country it loves, it ain't our responsibility to take care of everybody else.
It is time for us as black people to stop voting party. It is time for us to stop voting color. It is time for us to start voting our self-interest.
Tonight, the border crisis surging. Officials telling NBC News record 3 million migrants crossed the border in the last year.
We first. You think commit to me that we first.
This is what these kids need for this community. We got violence, we got poverty, we already getting scrapped. Why do we always gotta be at the bottom of the barrel?
I'm standing here tonight with buyer's remorse. I feel like a fool right now. I feel like a plum.
Reason number one is the chocolate woman. She is pissed off because her, and I have an older boomer mom, their benefits may get cut off. It would cost me a lot of money, me and my brother, if it wasn't for Medicaid D and all these things that she's earned. That was a deal. You said she was going to get it. She wants it. Number two, crossing that border. It is primarily starting to affect the African-American chocolate neighborhoods first. And guess what, Vanilla Delegation? They're coming to get you too. They're coming to get you. And these are not just brown skin. These are people that's coming from all over the world in drones. So maybe Tucker Carlson is on to something with this replacement theory, and it ain't just a vanilla delegation. Reason number one, Donnie J may just get 30% or more of the black vote, the black woman. What could be reason number two? Here go reason number two, ladies and gentlemen.
Fox polling for 2020 and 2023 shows his popularity among these voters.
Reason number two, ladies and gentlemen, is polling numbers. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Take a listen. And once again, who's going to be championing this conversation? You guessed it, the chocolate woman.
Fox polling for 2020 and 2023 shows his popularity among these voters plummeting, while Donald Trump has seen a substantial boost. Here to discuss further is co-host of Revolutionary Blackout Network and host of the Savvy Steps podcast, Sabrina Salvati. Welcome, Sabrina.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. So do you buy, the administration's claims that everybody, including everybody in the black community, should just be all fine and dandy with how things have turned out?
I do not. I think that I have heard more from black people that they're not willing to just cave over and vote for the Democratic Party this time around. I think that poll is very telling. This is the first time, at least since I've been eligible to vote, where I've seen 20% support from African Americans for a Republican presidential candidate. So Donald Trump's support among African Americans has actually increased compared to where it was in 2020. And I think the Democratic Party should be very concerned about this. I think this idea that Donald Trump is scary, and I'm just not convinced that message about Donald Trump is going to work with black voters this time around in 2024 the way that it did in 2020. And I say this because during 2020, that was a chance when we were like, well, we could have a Biden presidency and it could be different compared to how it was with Donald Trump. Well, now we've had both. We've had a Biden presidency and we've had a Trump presidency. And a lot of African American voters feel that economically their life is not improved and it's actually become worse under Joe Biden presidency. So I think that the Democratic Party should be very concerned because they cannot win without African American support. And this could turn the page, I think, in reference to, we look at electoral politics and where people stand, African Americans stand in reference to the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. So we could see a change here.
Say it, sister. Say it, sister. That is a woman that studies the left. Reason number two, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. And what she said is true. For one time, my mommy probably ain't going to pull the lever for Donnie J. But she keeps saying this, and I've heard her say it 50 times. I quote, I really don't like Donald Trump, but he's right about that border. In Charlotte, North Carolina, Julio Cesar Chavez is committing pow-pows. Take it over, straight in the chocolate neighborhood. Not coming over here with our values, could care less. And I'm going to stand up for the elderly that need the benefits they got. Generation X, are we going to see Social Security? Probably not. But damn it, you done made a deal with the boomers, especially the older boomers like my mother and my grandmother and them. I'm not my grandmother, but my aunties. You got to get what you owe. And they want it. You're going to force them lefties to abandon you or just sit at home and say, okay, I just sit this one out, which is the same as supporting Donnie J. Reason number three. Reason number three is border crossing. Let's check that out. Better yet, reason number three. Reason number three is Charlemagne the God telling you about border crossing.
I have the privilege, man, of doing morning radio and speaking to working class people every single day. I have the privilege of being involved in my community from New York to New Jersey to South Carolina, where I get to look people in the eyes and have real conversations with them, and people are really concerned about this issue. Like I honestly have never spoken to as many people who are concerned about the migrant issue as I have over the past year. And I mean, I've heard everything from the gang MS-13 overrunning neighborhoods. I've heard You know, what we saw just happened in New York City, where the migrants, they took 2,000 migrants and put them in the school and made the school stay home, made the students stay home and you know, do school via Zoom, and that was a big issue. Like,
let's break that up for the algorithm. I just told you, like, even in my home city, right now I'm on the outskirts of Charlotte. I do my business there. I don't recognize it anymore. Most people that's coming over, they don't speak English, and it's going to be a territory fight sooner or later. Yolanda, I'll be checking right after this. I have several emails. Sorry. That's it. That said, let's go back and finish what Charlemagne Lagarde has to say about his travels, and he's right about South Carolina. My mother go to church in South Carolina. They're really talking about this migrant issue. They're afraid. A lot of elderly, especially in the chocolate community, they're living alone, still being independent, and guess what? It's too easy to kick in their dough, waving the fofo, and taking everything they got. Let's pay attention.
I mean, people were calling the radio station, that was just this week, you know, really complaining about that. So I've never seen, you know, working class people who I interact with every day until this past year really express their frustration for the migrants. And it's not even just the people. Like, you see politicians who once, you know, championed having the migrants in the city, like the mayor Eric Adams of New York. Now they're like, yo, hold up. This is too much. You know, we've heard Vice President Kamala Harris say, hey, don't come. Like, we've seen that. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a real, you know, real big issue. And, you know, immigration.
And I quote, a real big issue. Reason number three. Reason number three is the migrant issue that is overwhelming African-American, predominantly African-American neighborhoods. And as Donnie J told us, those not the best people. I've heard chocolate sisters online and TikTok say, listen, where them military-aged men, what are they running from? Let's move on to reason number 4. Reason number 4 on our list, ladies and gentlemen, is the anomaly. Reason number 4 is the minister, Louis Farrakhan, and the game he gives us right now.
Mr. Trump is an anomaly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's someone that doesn't fit the norm. You expected a man to be like the other presidents. You wanted him to be more presidential. He's so transparent. You wanted him to put on a suit and act dignified, like the thieves and robbers that dress in suits and tell lies. You wanted him to be like that. He's telling lies, all right. And you're angry because he's your reflection. He's an anomaly. You can't make him what you desire him to be so that you can say, oh, that's my president. He wasn't made that way.
Reason number 4. Reason number 4, he is an anomaly. Just like Neo. You thought Neo was the one. I know you debated, was it Agent Smith? Was it the trained man? Was it the Merovingian? No. It is Donald John Trump. He is an anomaly. Can't control him. Even those that think they got control, can't control him. Can't control him. Anomaly. And that is coming from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So I've never seen him stand up and just champion anybody from the vanilla delegation. He's done it too many times. Reason number 5. Reason number 5, ladies and gentlemen, is this. This is Van Jones that was in the Obama White House. As you can see, he represents the Negro delegation. Let's hear this quick sound bite from said homie, Van Jones.
Yeah, it's just hard to know. I mean, facts and feelings are very different. People keep telling me, well, you've got, great employment numbers in the black community and aren't you happy? I'm like, yeah, but they're crappy jobs. How do people feel is going to be a lot different than what the numbers are.
Ladies and gentlemen, didn't need much there. Didn't need much there. Number 5, crappy jobs. Hey, we've created all these jobs. Crappy jobs. And I ask you this, chocolate delegation, Negro delegations, how many times you seen somebody look like you that's in that Oval Office? BLM, where you at? Ain't invited you nothing. You got nothing. Nothing from nothing, leave nothing. Joe don't give a damn. That's why he ain't talking to you. Is what it is. Reason number 5. Reason number 5, crappy jobs. Let's move on to reason number 6, ladies and gentlemen. And this one should entertain you. Reason number 6 is called receipts. Listen to the receipts. This is what you could have had in 2020. Listen to the receipts and you tell me, Negro delegation, how it's going to flow in 2024.
This president deserves the support of the black community because he's earned it.
There is a silent majority of us that see you, see what you're doing, see what you did for HBCU schools. That was actually the deal for us.
I wager to say that there is no American president since Lincoln that has had the impact for black America that President Trump has had.
Joe Biden supported the crime bill in '94.
He has imprisoned black America, basically.
Trump supported the NAACP and black youth like myself in '87.
He's a businessman. He's bringing businesses back into America.
Bringing jobs back to America.
Bringing the truth back, and he's stopping needless wars.
My day is going to be amazing. I'm never going to forget this day. This day is historic.
In 2016, I made you a solemn pledge. I would be your greatest champion. In the first 3 years, we achieved the lowest black unemployment rate in history. We achieved the largest job gains for African Americans on record. The poverty rate for African Americans reached the lowest level ever recorded. I did more for the black community in 47 months than Joe Biden did in 47 years.
We cannot deny that man has done everything that he has set out to do in record-breaking time. Can we say 3 years? Can we say 3 years?
We will create 3 million new jobs for the black community. Open 500,000 new black-owned businesses. Bring even greater fairness to the justice system. We did criminal justice reform.
I want to thank President Donald John Trump.
Create a ladder of opportunity for African American children by delivering school choice to every parent in America. Together we made unbelievable progress and achieved once unimaginable success. And with your support, your vote, and your voice, the best is yet to come.
You can expect us to come out in droves in your support. For absolute certain. That's a certainty.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was in 2020. That's the opportunity. While everybody was caring about Charlottesville, that was happening. You can go to my channel. I never forget, I watched the State of the Union, record-breaking this for the Negro delegation. The Congressional Black Caucus sit right on their congressional black ass. So if you're wondering, what was you talking about, Walt Diddy? I just gave you 6 reasons why 30% or more may just pull the level for Donnie J here in 2024. What say you? Like, share, subscribe, hit the thumbs down button. It does not matter. You argue with facts. Arguing with facts, and guess what? Facts does not need validation. Never do they need validation. Let's go to the chat. Let's see what's happening in said cheers at. Let me back it up. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my presentation. My apologies, Yolanda. I'm glad that you came by. I need to check that. That's not my primary email. That's my email for people that maybe want to do collaboration. I am so sorry. Be checking right after the show. Thank you for stopping by. You are said sweetest. Who that in Walt did chat? Cut dog. CUTDOWC. Shout out to you. Absolutely. Yolanda. Nowadays, the left and the right, but I've not seen any chocolate people in the Oval Office with him signing any bills or legislation. I've not seen any caramel people. Matter of fact, I've not even seen the vanilla delegation. What has this current president done? Has he done anything for anyone? Yes, he have. I seen Vladimir in there keep getting checks. You know that place that's right beside the old USSR and they've been banging? They came to getting checks. I'm just saying. Just saying. Also, Yolanda says freedom over one's health. Absolutely, sweetness. Absolutely. Shout out to you, R3D. I cannot pronounce it, but I like it. It makes me think like Star Wars, and if you like Star Wars, the Jedi are evil. When Darth Sidious and Lord Vader is on the throne, guess what? Peace in the galaxy. Peace in the galaxy. Throughout the Gipper, that would be Reagan, was something, wait for it, shut out. Appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, what say you? This is a conversation that you can't run from. Those are absolute facts. I could care less what he said or did not say about Charlottesville. It's all about the money. It's all about the economy, stupid, in the words of James Carville. And the economy is not good for the chocolate delegation. You had a platinum deal. Those are factual numbers. Oh, I could have put so many sound bites together. And because I was just recording that, so when I edit it down, I may add them. From New York City to L.A., places that are predominantly leaning left, chocolate delegation is like, okay, this mother hubba has not did what he said. When I'm hearing so many black women that's come to the forefront, to town hall meetings, from Thought Nisha to business type women like this, that's telling me something. Donnie J may just get 30% of the chocolate delegation. On February 8th, I'll be right here telling you I told you so when the Supreme Court said, listen, you don't have the jurisdiction to take him off the ballot. That is a federal election, and it's in the hands of secretaries of state. There is no way. Joe can barely stumble his way on stage, let alone get through a press conference. I'm just saying the facts are right there. HBCUs. Have you seen anything else happening for them? I've seen Negroes, black people, African Americans, whatever you want to be called, blacks from HBCUs that I know that didn't vote for Donnie J, happy as hell. My hometown here in Charlotte, North Carolina, I bet you Johnson C. Smith is happy. Fayetteville State, where you at, CIAA? How about your North Carolina A&T, North Carolina Central, South Carolina State? Alabama? What? Exactly. Because you would have been out of business. Jackson State, that's an HBCU. While y'all want to talk about what Dion did, you forgot about what Donnie J did when he signed the bill to keep your ass and them doors open. Why? Because you can't get the big-time athletes. Do you know what keep colleges in business unless you're a Princeton or Harvard and have alumni sports? The football team pays the bills. You got a big-time basketball program, it pays the bills. In my home state of North Carolina, go Tar Heels, never going broke. Why? Big-time basketball. Duke, big-time basketball. The Michigan State Wolverines, the big household, 110,000 students. They have deals with major corporations like ESPN, ABC, NBC. University of Notre Dame has a contract. You notice they're only televised on NBC. HBCUs don't have that, but guess what? With the struggle of opinion, you got money. Get money. So I'm here to tell you, if you're wondering what you talking about, Walt did it, and I know you are, let me tell you. It's a good chance, a great chance that man right there, do you see that very thumbnail? That is an actual picture when Al Sharpton used to smile in his face and get checks. Don King tell you, Mike Tyson tell me he ain't never had a bad moment with him, and Mike Tyson is a street ninja. In the 90s and 80s, all rappers talked about was Donnie J. I never heard the word racist when he was in McDonald's commercials, Home Alone movies, on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Mama Say, Mama Say, Mama Say. But the minute he came down the escalator and told you the truth, there's a lot of bad people come across that border. What else you don't hear President Biden talk about? Opioids. Where do you think they're coming from? The cartels? Where do you think they get them from? Shanghai. Ni hao. That Donny J is sitting in the seat. Do you think you'd be hearing about disease and put that DMX? Wouldn't be allowed. So it's just something to think about. Cut Dicky Dog says, Roland Martin will blow a head gasket if Trump gets 30%. Man, listen, a lot of you ain't got, listen, you got a choice. I am hearing too many black women saying, hey, I have buyer's remorse. We went and knocked on doors for you. We thought a man and labeled a man as first name race, last name ist for you, Joe, and have gotten nothing in return. Student loan forgiveness, nothing. I remember, and you want to always talk about J6. Well, on J6, there was no conflicts in the Middle East and in Europe. There are two going on now. On J, we was not into it and fine at Iran, back, whatever you want to call it. I want to get too deep because you know how YouTube does when you try to talk about a little bit of truth things here on this here platform, right? But this is the reality you got to deal with. I even hear chocolate men in a so-called boys club, they call the manosphere. No. I'm like, you stupid, weenie, liberal man, you. There's one side that supports life, and there's the other side that don't. Why would you, if you in your boys band club, why are you on that side that don't? It show their true colors. See, there's a group of Negroes that like to see Negroes down. I come from a family full of them, and I hope some of y'all are watching, goddammit. I'm the most talented in your family. Pound for pound, I didn't need college. I don't have to read all the damn books. I go outside, the sun hit me, and it just comes to me. But guess what, family? I didn't take 1, 2, or the third. A lot of y'all did. A lot of you did. I'm going to outlive your ass. I'm going to outlive you. Just got Donny J. Pilot Operation Warp Speed. I didn't get on the goddamn train. So, in the words of the infamous P. Diddy, and I'm only Diddy left, Walk Diddy, take that, take that, take that. I see all that inflammation in you. All the extra weight gain, the water weight. It ain't from the food you eating. It was, I want to. I didn't take it. The meek shall inherit the earth. I'm going to be one of them. I'm here to tell the story. Chocolate people, with all this faith in God. I showed faith. Faith you put in action. I showed it in action. There's only bacteria. There is no viruses. Sorry. Should have believed it. Man told you that was your choice. You stayed on him, begged and begged and begged. Wouldn't have you seen Dr. Fowl? Chi. He won't, never again. Mission accomplished. He's the same one that told you that HIV/EETC was going to get us in the 90s. Shit, me. Black people don't wear no damn condoms. Magic's supposed to have been done had the shit for 30-something years. I seen a picture of Cookie. Hell, they done had kids, and Cookie looked amazing. I'd bust her open. She's 60-something. Anyway, getting too far out in the weeds. Shout out to Cut Diggity Dog says, I remember the disrespect from those chocolate manosphere guys when you, absolutely, kicked me out. But guess what? Nurse Rodney, calling Nurse Rodney, who used to be on Arthur Edmore's channel and BGS, you not heard from me. Probably not even alive anymore. Why do you think KS ain't here? Alan Roger Curry. They instantly didn't agree. Why do you think you keep getting? They gave it to you, dumbass. It's right there. It told you. That is another video, and I went too far, so therefore this will not get to stay up no longer than about 24 hours, and it's going to Patreon. Patreon link will start being in the chat so y'all can come over for shows like this. It's safer for my channel. Unlisted, throw it on Patreon, take a look at it there, because I didn't go too far, but, you know, they're sensitive over here. Sensitive over here, and if you're wondering, and I hope that you're wondering, go tell your friends I said it. What you talking about, Walt Diddy? I gave you 6 reasons why the blacks, the Negro, the African-American delegation may go for Donnie J at 30% or more. 30% or more. You don't have a choice. If you don't have a choice, my brother, that they're just letting in from Zambia or wherever the hell else, bro, that they're letting in from South America, and Xi Jinping, ni hao, who probably dressed up, because I'm telling you, this is how I know it's bad. When my mother, who is a lifelong Democrat, says these words, I don't really like Donald Trump, but he was right about that damn border, that's all I need to know. And she's right, because we looking at it when I come visit, like, what the fuck is this? In rural North Carolina, where the hell did you come from? Where did you come from? And there's a lot of chocolate coming across that border, too. We're not all the same. Vanilla delegation. Just because you see a black person committing crime, there's a difference. There's a difference between us, African Americans, and from Jamaica, man. Or from my brother from Gambia. Just like there's a difference between Hector from East Los Angeles and Hector from El Salvador. The difference. We ain't the same. You know that vanilla delegation. And is there not a difference from you, Vanilla Ralph from North Carolina, and Vanilla Ralph from Australia, Vanilla Ralph from Ireland, Vanilla Ralph from Hungary? There you go. There you go. They blended in, man. The echo chambers made, absolutely, man. There's nothing over there. Nothing over there. Shout out to Reg, the background guy, for doing some good reporting. I told Obsidian, because I know you comes watch my stuff, that magazine, that interview he did with Elle Magazine was his ending. DHS has put you on the list, Obsidian. Ain't no sense of being mad at women for having power. What you gonna do? Oh, I feel sorry for these men. I'm just gonna renounce all my power. Hell no. Let me record this for you guys. Sir, shut your mouth. There's only 3 things a woman want to hear, whether that's your mother, your sister, or your lover. Number 1, are you paying her? Is she doing a service for you? Is she doing an interior decorating? And she's your lawyer. Is she? Number 1 is getting paid. Number 2, she's happy to see you. Oh, I ain't see my son. He's coming home from the military. Oh, that's my brother. I love him. That go my baby. And number 3, you're not over. And you can only do 2 with your mom and relatives unless you're sick. Number 1, once again, is you're paying her. Number 2, happy to see you. Number 3, you fucking get on over. Other than that, man, you wasting your breath. You're wasting your breath. Thank me later, and don't say, I did not warn you, sir. That's simple. It's that simple. I don't know what y'all thinking. You got to be 6 foot. You got to have 6 figures. Man, I'm going to beat you most every time. When I walk in the gym, the 6 foot and up, a lot of them get out of my way. For 2 reasons. Number 1, I don't give a fuck about them being there. Number 2, I'm on my square, homie. Square. A woman got a type. Sorry. Sir, I'm back again. Did you know a woman has her type? There's a lot of women that just don't like tall men. I don't care how much money you got. Number 2, there's a lot of women that just say, hey, he got too many muscle. You know what I'm saying? Other girls gonna want him. And number 3, sometimes it's just your turn. So if it's my turn, ladies, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me ride that donkey. You know what I'm saying? God, quit acting like weenie butts, man. Quit acting like weenie butts. Listen, not going to keep y'all all night. Hit that chat. Hit the like button. I never ask for money on this show. I like Google AdSense. You think I'm doing a good job? That's cool. I like your eyeballs on me. Like your eyeballs on me. And I gave you the 6 reasons. Reason number 1, that Donnie J just might get over 30% or more of the black vote. Black women. They're sick and tired. They got kids, they're looking around, and there are people coming across the border. And I mean people that's black, caramel, and you vanillas come across the northern border, and you Canadians, you ain't supposed to be here. You're getting all the benefits that they deserve, want, need, what have you. Reason number two, there's a migrant problem. When Charlemagne the God, who is a flaming liberal, is telling you these things, you need to learn about it. Number three is polling. No, I'm wrong. Number one is the black woman. Number two is numbers, polling. It's saying that, listen, blacks feel cheated and not satisfied. Number three was Charlemagne the God telling you, and I quote, everywhere he go, chocolate people talk about the damn migrants. Number four is the minister Louis Farrakhan telling you that Donald J. Trump is an anomaly. You think it was Neo. No, he wasn't the one. He wasn't the one. It's Donald J. Number five is crappy jobs. I didn't say it. Van Jones, that was in Obama's White House, said it. And reason number six is the 2020 video where Donald J shows you everything he did for us chocolate people, up to include HBCUs that would be out of business. In my very hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina, Johnson C. Smith, you got money. Fayetteville State, you got money. North Carolina A&T, you got money. North Carolina Central, you got money. That's four CIAA HBCUs right here in the state of North Carolina. You think Jackson State didn't get no money? You think Grambling didn't get money? Florida A&M, you think you didn't get money? Absolutely. Absolutely. And here's a number seven that you could add. I've seen Negroes in the White House, up to including Kanye West, Jim Brown, Ray Lewis. I've not seen any of you in Biden's White House in that Oval Office watching legislation get signed. Not even you vanilla delegation. But guess who I've seen many a time? Vladimir. And I don't mean the one from the USSR getting check out the check out the check out the check out the check. Something to think about. It's not my information. Anytime you on Life's a Movie, I bring it right from the source. I read Proverbs all the time, and it told me specifically, lean ye not on thy own understanding, and I don't. The prophets, and I'm not talking about Jeremiah, Daniel, and or Jonah. I'm talking about the damn Dewey brothers told me, what a fool believes, he sees. No wise man has the power to rid it away. What seems to be is always better than nothing. That's a bad jam, man. The Doobie Brothers had two lead singles. One was more rock and roll, but they brought that soul with Michael McDonald till I seen him in a video. I thought that was a damn black man. Especially, you know that song with him and Patti LaBelle, On My Own? So many times. I thought that was a Negro, but he got Negro deep, deep, deep down inside of him. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm trying to help you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you want a better America? Right? As Charleston White, the great Charleston White, king of the nigger delegation. There's a black delegation, Negro delegation, and a nigger delegation, that's him. He told you three things in his house. Not in no particular order. Jesus, Martin Luther King, Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Here's what it is. You're going to get your heart broke. Shout out to you, Agent Orange. Thank you for your service. And were you ever in the Camp Lejeune area? If so, they owe you money. If you was back there during the 80s, there is a huge settlement. I think it's Camp Granger, all around Jacksonville and Camp Lejeune. Make sure you look it up. Make sure you look it up. What say you? Donnie J, 30% of the Negro vote. The black delegation. How would that make you feel? Sir. I saw chocolate men up to including Kanye West, blonde Kanye at that. I seen him meet with Jim Brown. I seen him meet with Ray Lewis. I seen a group of black preachers and come over there and say, Jesus bless him. He still didn't got him a blessing. Evidently Joe don't go to church. He ain't the Catholic we think he is. I saw Donnie J pull out his pen and say, and historically, black colleges and universities got a fucking check. I remember at the State of the Union, sir, shut your mouth, record low unemployment. And guess what? I watched the Congressional Black Caucus sit on their congressional black asses. What you want me to do? These are the facts. And I'm going to say it again. I've not seen Joe have the vanilla delegation, chocolate delegation, Hispanic Latino delegation, all you Asians in that Oval office and him signing a damn bill that's monumental, that's helping anybody. But I seen Vladimir, last name Zelensky, come get minutes of damn checks. And you know, says, yep, air station on the other side. They owe you money. Oh, cool. My daddy was there. Cool. My man, get the money. That's one thing I take. That's the only thing Joe did that's right. But he didn't think of it. Congress did. He just signed a damn bill. So what say you, ladies and gentlemen? Am I wrong? Am I insane at thinking that, wow, history will be made and Donnie J, when exit polling is done, if it's honest, got 30% of the chocolate vote. 30%. It's a huge number. But I can guarantee you in ATL, they have turned their back against Joe. At the rate the Biden administration going, Illinois could be coming in play. Illinois. I have seen and read from the New York Post where places like the Bronx, where AOC represents, like, wait a minute, this Biden shit got to stop. Because you don't understand history too well. Go look at when Ronald Reagan destroyed Jimmy Carter and look at all the states that were blue that he took. Drastic times call for drastic measures, man. I'm trying to help you. Cut Diggity says, CBC sit like it. Absolutely. The Congressional Black Caucus sit like they did not care. I heard Van Jones on CNN, and he had to spin it to, Roe Wade, but he said it. The numbers, Joe's numbers are horrible. And the simple fact that, yeah, black people getting jobs, but they're all crappy jobs. I said, wow. Who allowed that Negro to say that? And better yet, who allowed this Negro to record it and use it in this very piece? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Agent One says, yep, Bronx wants Trump. Absolutely. History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. In 1980, matter of fact, in 1980, don't correct me if I'm wrong, the Gipper, Ronald Reagan, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. I think he carried to California. Now, Cali won't be in play for Donnie J, but Illinois could. Chicago is the Illinois base, home base for the Democrat machine. That's why I keep telling you, if the Dems want any chance of winning, they're going to slip Michelle Obama on that damn ticket. If it ain't nothing but a replace of Kamala, they're going to have to do something. Gonna have to do something. Would it work? I don't know. It would be just sinister enough because they know enough negativity would come from those that opposed the Obama years and all the big Mike comments. They would use that to their advantage. But this tells me something. Yesterday, Donnie J wins the state of New Hampshire. Nikki Haley got 70%. Undecided Democrat vote and still couldn't win. That's telling you something, man. February the 8th is going to break your heart when SCOTUS. Do you know why they overturned Texas? SCOTUS did. Because you got to give to take. This is why I don't watch any sports anymore, up to including high school football. When officials make a bad call, they always do a makeup. That's what they did. You think it's a bad call on the right, in the middle, about that border thing, about the fence, right? They're going to give you February the 8th. That's when it must be decided, because Super Tuesday is right around the corner. That's why Nikki Haley is not getting out yet. Do me a favor, Agent Orange, if you have a chance, when is the South Carolina primary? It's in February. And if I'm not mistaken, February the 8th is the deadline when the SCOTUS got to resolve that Colorado and what is that? Maine case, which I'm sitting here telling you, Nothing is going to come of it. That is amazing. If I'm not mistaken, the South Carolina primary is around Valentine's Day. That case has to be settled regardless if Nikki Haley drops out anytime soon, because it's pertaining to presidential politics. I'm sitting here telling you, all of y'all thought that something was going to come of, oh, Trump going to jail. You're stupid. They caught Richard Nixon red-handed. They caught Bill red-handed with water. They caught Obama red-handed with Fast and Furious. They caught the Gipper, Ronald Reagan, dead red-handed with Iran-Contra. POTUS, President of the United States, they become sovereign. You cannot, nothing. It's going to be very, very hard. What would you do? Lock up the damn Secret Service with him? That is the dumbest shit. What a dumb shit. What makes you think a county district attorney even has the jurisdiction to bring charges on a federal level against a former president? That is, what a dumb shit. A county prosecutor, because that's what Fonnie Williams is, she can't even bring up a damn RICO case. That's going to go to the feds. What a dumb shit. Just like you believe this Young Thug trial. That's what I thought. February 24th is the South Carolina primary. You're going to get your heart. That's why Nikki Haley is hanging in, right? Everybody knows what's going to happen, but it's going to make money. Make money. CNN. There is no more stories that you can tell about Donnie J. We done went from grabbing in the coochie, Charlottesville, this same old ugly ass woman that keeps civil. There's nothing else. That's what the sister girl was alluding to in the first soundbite that I played, the second soundbite about the polling. Everything has been done. Guess what, Joe? We now get to critique your performance. Donnie J didn't participate in one primary debate and not going to. He's ready for the big stage. Mano a mano. RFK won't get on the stage. He's not going to have the polling. My brother, Cornel West, ain't going to see it. You actually think Joe can make it through 3 debates? You actually think Joe is going to be able to go stomp around the nation? Because he got to go sell his case. First time he got to sit in the basement. You Negroes want to hear from him now, don't you? There are going to be blue states in play. Even if they did, SCOTUS said, okay, we're going to throw it back to the states you decide. Take him off the damn ballot in Colorado, Maine, whatever. All they got to do is stop Joe from getting 270. And guess what? The House of Representatives will say, okay, Donald J. Trump, you are president. Just lose your mind on the left and get locked up. Think you're going to take over some cities. Guess what he'll do? Send in the National Guard to lock your black, white, blue, haired, feminist, crazy, LGBTEQ asses up. And guess what I'm going to be doing? Making videos about it. Any rational Democrat in their right mind, you might get some clicks and views off what it. You can't say nothing new that we have not heard about Donnie J. But guess what? We got a lot of new on Joe on how he governs. Hello? How many press conferences have you heard? What legislation have he signed? What's really his agenda? Student loan forgiveness. Oh, fuck, you out your damn mind? Since when the banks are in the damn business of forgiving debt? You know, baby? She says no. Are you out of your mind? But that's what she up to. You can go ahead. He racist. We've heard it all before. What you got new? We can see now, Mr. can't negotiate because any other president before the two countries in the Middle East would go at it, there had to be a sit down. There was even a ceasefire. Did he have a... Hell, even Jimmy Carter was smart enough to went and go and broke a peace. He didn't do that. He's not did it in USSR versus Ukraine. How'd that work out for you, Dems? Russia. How'd that work out for you? That's Hulk Hogan. That's Allen Iverson. He tried to bribe Zelensky. I wish the fuck it worked. Look how many billions Zelensky done went and blew. You think it ain't gonna come up about Joe leaving all the weapons that may be used against our troops very, very soon if we have conflict with Iran? HBCUs, did you get any money? Black people, what happened to record low unemployment? According to Van Jones, you employed, but you got a crappy ass job. What's going on with this CHIPS bill? Are we building any damn semiconductor plants? I've not heard of any. How about all the hot mics that we will defend Taiwan? So you're not going to be able to scare the masses anymore. Donald Trump, he's going to the nuclear codes. Ain't no fucking president got no nuclear codes. No, it don't work that way. You watch too many damn movies. No. He cannot unilaterally do. I guess. Plus, we know from 4 years when there weren't any wars, record low unemployment. I could have sworn Donnie J told you this. You can't let the cure be worse than the damn disease. That's exactly what you did, didn't you, on your left? Hello? You wanted it. You begged for it. I guess what? Team MAGA didn't take that shit. We didn't take that shit. You did. And you wonder why you keep getting achoo. You always will. They clearly told you what they gave you. When you get a FAFLU shot, what's in it? Exactly. The antibodies. So you have it. And you're going to continuously have it. Shut the fuck up. We crying. Invest in your family members that did not. They're still styling and profiling as only us on Team MAGA can do. Sorry. Hate me. I don't care. The truth is the light. Where are you black Christians that get up and hoop and holler and throw your hands up? I wonder how, what Jesus feel about your right to choose. He clearly told you, run under what's Caesar's, then give God as God. Guess who get it first? Caesar, you gonna pay taxes. They're just trying to get him lower. He like, wait, Caesar, we know we gotta pay you. Let's not pay you so damn much. I'm trying to help somebody. Even if somebody's me. Listen, this will only stay up 24 hours. Ain't no damn way. I'm gonna give it to you, Southern player list. Ain't no damn way this gonna. I'm getting an absolute yellow. I did record, and I'll be able to get some greens when I break it out and have some fun with it, but I've taken it too far. I've taken it to the upper room because they don't like Donnie J on this platform. Speaking of platform, don't you all remember when he got deplatformed? You canceled a fucking former president. How stupid is that? How stupid is that? You commies did that. You do not understand what you be cheering for on the left. I'm going to tell you what you're cheering for. You cheering for your kids and grandkids to be serfs. I don't have any kids. Raise your hand in the chat if you want to get pregnant. I don't have them. I got one policy. I do your kids and grandkids no harm. If you don't give a fuck about them, what you want me to do? Keep on letting them take all their rights and liberties away. I don't care. What you want me to do? What you want me to do? Your kids, your grandkids, don't fight for them then. I don't care. I spent 9 months of last year in Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos. And as you can see, they got the receipts. I will go back. It was me. I'm just here for this 24 election. Out of here. Shout out to Agent Orange. Shout out to Cut to Us. Said truth needs no validation. Dick Gregory told you. He told you it was over. And the agent says, yeah, but it was tested on the 6 or 8. Absolutely. And they didn't make human eyes. And if it's true, what Xi Jinping has done, gonna wipe people out. Once you've taken it, you do not have listen, you hated Senator Rand Paul. He told you he's a damn doctor. Not a PhD where you just go study some shit and give a dissertation and we call you doctor like Bill Cosby. No, motherfucking medical doctor. Told you, natural antibody. Got him, baby. Got him. Hell, I might have had it 15 times. I don't know. Don't give a damn about it. There's one thing I don't have, and that's called buyer's remorse for supporting Joe Biden. Huh? They told you about the laptop. There's no misinformation. Nah, it's true. Ain't that some shit? Remember these two things before I start wrapping it up. Number one, I gave you 6 reasons why chocolate America, black America, African Americans, Negroes, whatever you want to be called, just may go for Donnie J 30%. And number 2, this won't be up in 24 hours. No way, it has to go unlisted, and it's going to Patreon. Tomorrow I will start having a Patreon going in the chat over there so you can see if you want to join it up as little as $1. I said, here's the goal. I get 25 patrons. 25 patrons. There it is. 25 patrons. We'll do live shows over there, and I can really say what I want to say. And we can build a community over there. It's not going to be allowed on YouTube. They call it bullying or some shit and mess up my channel like they did in 2020. And I can't have that again. Listen, you know what I do at the end of every show, and I'm going to do it like right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you're more than enough. Do not let politics make you fall out with your family. If you know she a far lefty, he a far righty, shut the hell up about politics. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. What is necessary is building your family. Building yourself, knowing that you're more than enough, you're worthy. My father walked out on the family when I was 9 years old, but he left me this diamond, more precious than a diamond. He didn't know it, or he would have used it and stayed and lived longer than 53 years old. He used to look me in his 2 eyes every day and say, Walter, you can do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it. I put my mind to making this content. I put my mind into being an encourager, not a discourager. And I say put your mind into knowing that you are more than enough, that you are worthy, and that you deserve the finer things in life. 2 more things before I get out of here. Number 1, this show is not going to stay up for 24 hours. I promise you that. It'll be on Patreon. I'll share the link tomorrow. And number 2, Walt Diddy just gave one hell of a show to you. Say I didn't.
That way, that way, that way, that way, that way. So can I give it to you that way? That